So people ask me, is my festival really cancelled? And unfortunately for 2017, I'm gonna have to scrap it. I feel the event has gotten too big, too out of control, and I was warned. And I do apologise to people. People over the years said it's going to get too big, you're going to get all those beta alpha male wannabes trying to take over and creating drama and stuff like that, and looking for any opportunity to do a Lord of the Flies style thing. And I sort of ignored that because I honestly believed, do I still believe? I believe a lot less in humanity. I believe a lot less in humanity. Today we have Nicky Hayden, GP motor star, hit by a car, maybe gonna die. Yeah, we just got a fucked up world, man. And I was involved early this year in an event where a cyclist was killed by a car. We don't know the reasons for that, but unfortunately a cyclist was killed, and it's an event I was participating in, and an event that I heavily promoted, an event I still believe in. Unfortunate things happen, but it made me realise as an event organiser of the world's largest ever free vegan cycling event here in Chiang Mai, Thailand, that I'm responsible to a lot of people's safety, and well-being. So I'm cancelling the event, not just because it's a safety issue, because last year you saw that in that video I posted yesterday, the time trial, where we went up to Oyster we had Sam on the front, Sam McCallum, who was later arrested by Thai authorities and charged and paid a fine. He only apologised because he was forced to. Anyway, so you saw the video yesterday. I'm in the back screaming at Sam, and eventually I just swung off because he just was not going to listen to me. I thought in my head, okay, he's just doing a bit of a dodgy corner here and there. But then when that grey van came down, and I'm just screaming and just fucking go left, and then the motorbike came, I was like, fuck this, I'm swinging left, do my own thing. Manalo, who was there as well, he saw me swing off, he just turned around that hill, he was just fuming in rage about how reckless Sam was being, endangering all our lives. So I was guilty of that because I let him come to my festival, and I said to him, a few months ago, I said, don't come back, I can see you haven't changed, blah 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 blah. He's like, you can't ban me from Chiang Mai. And then I got Anthony Portier was on the case, and Anthony, he's just another fuckboy from Victoria. Those fuckboys should just create their own festival, the fuckboy vegan festival or whatever. And it's unfortunate, these guys just come there, their motivation is, just to be a fuckboy or whatever, and create havoc and create drama and be bitchy and snitching. And it does hurt because, Izil, we know Izil, he never was, I never gave him anything. I never gave him any more time. He was just a hater from the get-go, But with the Anthony Portier, the guy who's in the recent video of him, Sam, just, saying I'm scared or stuff like that, Anthony actually helped out his brother with an eating disorder. The Portier brothers came to me, especially Anthony, and said, my bro's fucked up, how we help him out. And so I gave him a lot of advice and nurturing, and just gave them the tips and support they needed, and never asked anything from those guys. And then all of a sudden, boom. And I asked my question to ask to all those people, to Bonnie, to Tim, to Sam, all those narcissistic people. What did I ever do to you personally for you to change, for you to want to be so hateful and spiteful and pernicious and angry? And why? What did I ever do to you? All you guys support Izil. He thinks you're all a joke. He even says it in his videos, vegan cyclists in Chiang Mai, you're on a permanent vacation, you're all a joke. But because he's an enemy of the enemy, you're his friend. So I ask you, what did I ever do to you guys for you guys to become like that? What did I ever do? I ask that to everybody, all those haters out there, people that helped out, took time out, get on YouTube, get them support with their family, with their boyfriends, with their girlfriends, help to meet girls. Anthony, you met girls through me, so did you, Sam. What caused you to change? What was it? Help you with your bikes, help you with your training, advice, everything. Always answer your question. With that Sam guy, promoted the fuck out of his app, which eventually failed because he's just a lazy, self-entitled, rich kid funded by mummy and daddy and never knows how to work a day in his life, so he relies on other people to give him the handout. What did I have to do to you guys to change? Anyway, the main reason we're cancelling this event, safety's a big one. We saw yesterday, that video, I have no control over these guys. The ones who want to go crazy and do everything it takes to shave a few seconds off of Strava. Strava's cool, it's fucking awesome, but it's not worth risking your life. What if you fucking die and your family has to deal with that because you took reckless things? What if you cause a death or injury of someone else just to save a few fucking seconds, man? Like, why? It's stupid, in my opinion. So I can't control that. The event's just gotten too big. There's too many little, rich kids, brats, just out of control. So I had to just cancel the event for this year. Maybe next year we'll do something different. This year I'll do a little retreat from some of my crew. And there's still people meeting up in Chiang Mai, you know, some of the old school good crew. The good crew. They're not the narcissists, you know, they're just down to earth nice people. They're not crazy. Anyway, so we had to do that. The safety is an issue. But also that's the biggest one, because when someone dies or gets bashed or pepper sprayed or their teeth knocked out at my event, that's just not going to look good. Me, I don't care too much, but it's not going to look good on the vegan life cycling in Chiang Mai, because whatever's attached to me, I've got a huge profile. I walk into any bike shop here in Thailand that's, you know, road bike shop, they all know who I am. Customers, oh, doing it, and they take a selfie, and I've talked to a few Thai people in the last year, and they're like, oh, is that someone at the door? Someone at the door? Okay. And I've talked to them, and they're like, what's the deal with, like, you know, you're going to be crazy up doing Tanon or down the hills in Chiang Mai, what's going on? We saw, you know, everyone saw that whole thing with Sam on the TV in Thailand last year. And at the first bit I was like, oh, you know, it's no big deal. But then I got the feedback from the Thai locals, and they fucking hated it, and it made us look so bad. At the first I thought, oh, it's sort of funny a bit, no one got hurt. But then I saw the video they produced later, I'm like, man, you guys, this was fucking sketchy as fuck, you know. But there was no apology from Tim or Bonnie or any of those people involved. No one ever said to me, hey Harley, we're gonna take some big risks today. Do you think it's a good idea? I would have said, fucking no way, and they know that, but they didn't come to me first. They just took the risks with no regard to the event reputation, no regard to people's safety. So it's become toxic, man. And if you go, there's a new Facebook group, I think it's called the New Thai Vegan Festival, and it's created by Sam. And you go on there, you click on there, and you can see there's a questionnaire before you sign up. What do you think of Harley Durunada? So if that's not creating division and toxicity in the Chiang Mai scene that I've created, I don't know what is. So that's why I've also had to stop it as well, because there's too much toxicity, and I hate that. I don't hate much, but I hate cliques, I hate exclusive clubs and all this bullshit. Oh, and you look in the photo, there's a guy with, he's not super lean, but his head's been cropped. And they could have fitted it in, but they got Bonnie's like little, you know, and everyone who's in the photo is sort of slim. But the guy who's maybe not super slim, he's cropped out. And that's what those guys are all about. It's just a narcissistic clique. And that's the sort of thing I just don't want to be a part of anymore. And every single year those people turned up. People come to me, the people who aren't as maybe socially confident, or they don't have the bling bikes or the Rafa jersey or the, you know, the buzz cut hair done to the nanogram molecule amount, and they come to me and say, oh, I feel a bit left out by those guys. And I'm like, yeah, I see it, man. And every year it happens. So that's why this year I want to create a backpacking environment, because I know those people, they don't eat enough to do big Ks. They're all just little calorie restrictors, like caffeine addict, tramadol poppers, corticosteroid users. And you can do that if you want, it's your body, but don't come to my event and create drama with it. And don't become little bitchy snitchy people at my event. Do whatever you want to do on YouTube or your own personal thing. But when you come to my event and create toxicity at your own self-interest, then that's just shit, man. That's just really poor. And I do accept a lot of responsibility for that, because I created this free event, and fuckboys get attracted, and little starlets get attracted. Oh, this, you know, I can get a shit. And then you see they get a few followers, and they'll forget they ever knew you. If they forget that you ever helped them get onto YouTube or monetize their AdSense account or give them the shout outs or help them with their ebook or whatever, they just sort of forget that. And so I wanted to end that. I'm glad these people did get on YouTube and promote the vegan cause, because that's what I'm all about. But in terms of an event, then we have to detox. We have to detox. Will I be in Chiang Mai? Yes, I will. Will I go to the court case? That's another question. Apparently there's a court case. No lawyer has ever contacted me. A friend of mine went to the court somewhere in Chiang Mai there and said, oh, there's some sort of hearing going on or whatever. Well, who knows what that means? Will I attend? Probably, maybe not. Depends on if I'm in the area that day. I'm not going to take any time out of my day to engage with someone who wants to take me to court for me defending an innocent 16-year-old girl against, in my opinion, a creep bag. I'm an event organizer. So the fact someone wants to take me to court and try and put me in prison, it just highlights what scum they are. And if I'm in the same room as that sort of scum, I don't know what I would do. And I know a lot of my fans, if they were in that courtroom, you know what I mean? Someone's gonna get fucked up this year in Chiang Mai. I hope it doesn't happen, but should I go? Should I not go? What should we do? You know, should it be a public lynching? I don't know, but it's just, you know what I mean? But anyway, so this Isel guy, he does have millions of dollars. His real name is Benjamin Dexter Lord. It's not Isel Mazard. He's changed that name. And I've asked a few questions about that, and I've had a few emails from family members of his. I've talked to his ex-wife for hours on the phone, on Skype, and I was confirmed it was her because she showed me her photos of him and Isel. You know, it wasn't a troll, it was a real person. And there's some stories I can't really share. Maybe if it goes to court, I can share that. But this guy is a real piece of work. And we had the Jack Francis situation in 2015, and none of those, Bonnie and Tim, and they knew this guy was a sleazebag. And when he sexually assaulted a young lady, whom he met through my festival, none of them did anything. Bonnie knew all about it. She didn't do nothing. Tim knew, Anthony Portier knew, Sam knew. All they did was like, oh yeah, the Jack guy's a big creep. None of them did anything though. They all act real tough and like, yeah, we really care about the community and we're just trying to help Drew and Ryder out. And no, you guys don't give a fuck about me. You don't give a fuck about that girl. You don't give a fuck about any of these girls. You just fuck boys or starlet wannabes looking for yourselves. Doesn't mean I hate you, but look in the fucking mirror, because it's really fucking sad what you guys have become. Look in the mirror, and I'm not the only person you know that thinks that way. So this guy in 2015 did that, and I said never again, and I got no support from Freely. I'm like, Freely, you promoted this Jack Francis guy, you got to do something about it. She's like, I ain't doing fucking shit. We had this massive argument, probably the biggest argument, it was the biggest argument we'd ever had over something real. And I'm screaming at her, she's screaming at me, and I was fucking in tears. I'm just like, fuck this, man. Freely did nothing about it, and what she said was, it's a jungle out there, these girls got to learn. And I'm like, but you promoted this guy, you gave this Jack guy the green light. She's like, fuck it. And just then I knew what sort of person Freely was, and that was sort of a big trigger in our eventual breakup. So I'm like, oh, what? Like, you want to avoid a bit of drama because you promoted someone that you're wrong about and you can't admit you're wrong or whatever, or just help out, or... That was fucked, man. So that's what this event's become. And then that Julia Boa thing happened. And hey, that Isel guy did nothing illegal. The age of consent in Thailand is 15. Alright? In Australia, where I live, it's 17. So in Australia, the police were like, oh yeah, this is suspect. In Thailand, they didn't want to know about it. I didn't know that. I was basing my theory on Australian law. So he did nothing wrong illegally. If you look on the internet, what people do when they're grooming kids or whatever, then that's, you know, that's what happens. Is 16-year-old a kid? In my opinion, it is. Some people disagree with me, but I'd say every single mother that's written to me, or every single mother I'd ever ask, if a 40-year-old creeper, 6'5", 120 kilo guy was randomly talking to your daughter on the internet, and under some false, oh, I really care about your weight, sweetie, I'm trying to help you. No. This person was just using Julia, the girl, as ammunition, and for their agenda against me or whatever. Who knows what their intentions were. Either way, I didn't want a Jack Francis situation going on, so I warned the people, and everyone knew about it. The Portiers knew, Sam knew, everyone knew. No one gave a fuck. They all thought Julia was a little bit, you know, whatever. And because she was fat, she would never feature in any of the Instagram shots. None of them ever wanted to help her out. They just sort of like, yeah, while you're here, you know, you just don't get in our shot, you're okay. And that's unfortunate. And that sort of, and then this year, try to create the bikepacking event. Those guys were still going to turn up, and then I had people saying, look, if they turn up, I'm going to knock them out. And I'm like, yeah, I hear where you're coming from, but this is not fight, man. You know, I mean, we could jump in the ring and have fun fights, but what's the point, man? Vegans fighting vegans, or, you know, real vegans fighting narcissistic. What's the point, man? It just makes us all look fucking bad. It makes it all look fucking bad. And so some guys like Harley, I don't give a fuck what you say. If they turn up, you know, I'm losing my shit, you know. And now that the event's been cancelled, those guys are still going to turn up, and other people are going to turn up, and I'm not going to be in control of them, and shit's just going to hit the fan, I'm sure, at some point. And so that will be not good for everybody's reputation. But if it happens, it happens, and I can understand why it happens. But no, I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. All I could do was cancel it. You know, there's no one I can ask for advice, really. I can ask you guys for advice. Leave your comments down below. What should I do? Did I make a mistake with cancelling the event? What should we do? You know, but I just need your advice. I understand that no one's in the situation, so no one understands what I'm on about, but maybe there's some little nuggets. So people have given me some great nuggets in the comments, so feel free to leave comments, some constructive thought. I believed in the good of people. You know, I saw the Woodstock Fruit Festival where we had the money system and the, Yeah, I was getting most of the money because people loved my videos and they loved what I was about, and they were like donating the most money to me. And then Doug Graham and Christina, they saw that and they were like, oh, and they got all, you know, uptight, and then so sort of voted to have me kicked off. And then I still talk with Mike Arnstein. You know, I still consider him a mate, and he's helped me out a lot, man. He's definitely helped me out a lot, and vice versa. So I saw what happened with Woodstock, so I thought, okay, fuck it, I'm gonna create a festival in Thailand for free. And Freely's like, oh my god, you're gonna have all these, you know, why do that? People are just gonna disrespect you, blah, 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 blah. And Freely was right, I was wrong, but I just believed in people, I believed in community. And so I thought, fuck it. So I turned up to 2014 by myself. Freely's like, I ain't going, I'm staying home. You know, I'm just used the excuse, I'm staying, I look after my dogs. She didn't give a fuck about it anyway, but. So I went to Thailand by myself, and just did it. Ran the festival myself, fixed flat tires, and if you were there that first year, that was probably the best year. Actually, 2015 was good. 2015 and 2014. 2014 had that innocence, you know, and then 2015 was just like really rad. There's drama with those Joe Best and all those people, and 2014 there was no drama, was there? I don't think there's any drama in 2014. It was fucking pretty rad, but. That's just what happens, man. That's humans. I mean, we're just fucked up creatures. Go watch that YouTube channel, Stop a Douchebag. You know, go watch Stop a Douchebag. Like, humans, you get people behind cars, they become crazy. You get people with a bit of following on Instagram, or they get a little bit fast on the bike, or they can afford a brightly coloured jersey that looks sort of snazzy, and they get all, like, weird and shit. So what do I do in this situation? Do I sue Sam and Isel for creating disruption at my event, for defaming me for various claims? I've got some data there. Do I go to court with a counter sue option? Here's the thing, Sam's a rich kid, he's got daddy's money, he can fight that stuff, he can waste a lot of my time and money. Isel, super rich kid, we're talking millions of dollars, we're talking the big money here Isel has. He poses as this poor student. The only reason why he fled to China was so he didn't have to pay child support, because his wife would get a lot of money, because he's worth a lot of money. So he went to China to evade that. We're talking some serious money here. We're talking some serious lack of caliber people here. So do I go and fight a multi-millionaire guy who seems his life mission is intent on doing anything it takes to destroy me? If you go to his channel, he's made video after video slandering and defaming me. So I've got a lot of material there to go by. Do I engage in that? But my lesson with lawsuits and stuff is if you engage with lawyers, they just want to take your money. As much as you can give, they'll take. Lawyers are like throwing water off pouring water down a drain. Like they just take as much as you can give. You know, a massive fucking pipe drain. It just takes as much as you can give, your time, money, energy, everything. They'll take it all in the name of the law of justice. So basically, Sam wants me in prison. Anthony Portier wants me in prison. Bonnie Tim, they want me in prison basically for defending a 16-year-old girl. And anyone who doesn't want me in prison would make that overtly clear. So they're siding with Isel, they're siding with a guy who wants to put me in prison for trying my best to defend a 16-year-old girl against what in my opinion is an internet predator based on what they've said to me and what was the videos beforehand. They come to my event just to cause trouble, and it's impacted the local Chiang Mai tourism industry, the cycling industry, the vegans with lots of money. So do I go to court with the mayor and all the restaurant owners and the bike shop owners and the tire cyclists, and we have this big fucking political bullshit going on there? Do we waste all that time and money and energy just to have this Dr. Evil Isel rich boy fat slob who ditched his daughter, refuses to pay child support, and was abusive to ex-wife, and now he's jealous of my lifestyle? He makes fun of all the Chiang Mai vegans, yet the people like Sam and that just worship him because he's an enemy of the enemy, and that becomes their friend. What do we do? I mean, do we just totally ignore everything going on and just fuck it all off and just pretend it never happened? Or do we fight it full force? Do we get violent? Do we get political? Do we get legal? What do we do? What do we do? What a fucking crazy world. There's some utter scumbags out there, and this is just the tip of the iceberg of the scum of the scum. And these people are meant to be vegans, we're compassionate and we really care. They couldn't give a flying fuck about you or me or the animals or the local Thai community. They couldn't give a fuck. It's all about them. It always has been and it always will be. I do apologize sincerely for all the people who believe in that free event. I want to thank you sincerely from the bottom of my heart. Even though that sounds corny, I want to thank you, all those people who came to my event here in Chiang Mai and had a great time and helped out other people. You know who you are. There's too many of you to mention. I don't forget anyone, but thank you. You know who you are, and maybe we'll see you down the road again. Sorry.